Hello, Candace.
Not you again.
Me again. Remember our last oil change? Your boyfriend said he knew a guy who knew a guy. None of those guys knew what they were doing, including you, Todd.
Silence your oil change anxiety at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch our experts change your oil right from your car.
Thanks for coming in.
And finish in about 15 minutes. Valvoline. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This episode of Tap and Step is presented by Cover Zero Analytics, the leaders in next-level football data. Cover Zero delivers predictive matchup previews, classification-based grading, and customized analysis to football coaches who want more than the same old breakdown of tendencies. With Cover Zero, football coaches now have a tool that can measure all aspects of their team's performance. Cover Zero is built entirely around smarter data analysis, helping thousands of coaches find winning edges that don't always appear in film study. If you're a football coach looking for an extra advantage, Cover Zero invites you to join the hundreds of premier programs that have taken their scouting intel to the next level. Ready to see how the best teams win? Start with Cover Zero Analytics. Find out more at coverzeroanalytics.com. That's coverzeroanalytics.com.
Hey, Stepp, you went to the glass bathroom, right?
I did. Sulphur Springs, Texas.
And?
It was christened.
Tap and Step, your premium Texas high school football podcast from your friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. I am the Tep, Greg Tepper.
And I'm the Stepp, Matt Stepp.
Thank you for being a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. We do love you very much. Unless you're not a Texas Football subscriber and you're listening to my voice because you're watching it on Free Friday.
We love you, but not as much as our subscribers.
Yeah, like it's like the idea of having favorite children. Like, I love all of my children equally, but
if Hank was a subscriber, you would love him more.
I'm
than
just
Max.
saying that. I'm just saying that's the case. I'm sorry.
Fair,
like that's
fair.
just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
TexasFootball.com.
Tough but fair. Tough but fair.
This is your Week 9 preview edition of Tap and Step. We do thank you for being a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. We're sitting here at this desk. Over there making us sound good is our intrepid producer.
But not look good, because no one can
fix that.
No
Is
no
our
one can
intrepid
fix that.
producer, Vianney Moreno. Hi, Vianney Moreno.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up?
What it do?
I'm just turning me up. I needed more.
How about them Cowboys?
More
Cowboys.
Great win.
Damn Cowboys!
Great win for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Now next week they'll
It
lose
was
in
fun.
crushing fashion. Cause
Who do they play next
That's
week?
What, the Broncos.
it's the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get launched into the sun.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they won. You know?
Yeah, it's just the cycle. It's
Yeah.
it's they lose in crushing fashion,
Yeah.
win in an amazing fashion, reel you back in, and then they'll lose in
Yeah,
crushing
you'll have
fashion.
fun. It's like
It's a roller coaster.
It's a
It's a
roller
wild ride.
It's your Week 9 preview edition of Tep and Step. We do thank you for being Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. Coming up here in just a moment, Matt Stepp and I will look back over Week 8, which was a chalky but fun week.
Yeah, it was.
It was fun but not surprising.
Yeah,
Like,
there
you know
weren't a
what I
lot
mean?
of I can't believe that team lost, but there was a lot of I
Yeah.
can't believe that team won in that way.
Yeah, exactly right.
By the way, can you believe that in a little more than 3 weeks we'll be sitting in these seats breaking down brackets?
That's right, baby.
The season.
goodness.
The brackets
did
are
I break-
coming.
Did I break some news there?
The brackets are coming
Yeah.
soon.
are coming.
Yeah, you
Yes.
better be aware.
Prepare yourself now for brackets.
Yes.
Prepare.
Make sure you are fully girded for that. A lot to get to in this episode of Tep and Step. We're going to have our Week 8 recap, our Week 9 game draft. But first, Matthew, we will start as we always do with your Texas high school football fun fact of the week, presented bang by
Those
Cover
guys.
Zero.
Those guys right there.
Listen, you and I were on an email exchange with our friend Jacob McNeil at Cover Zero, and
Jacob McNeil, a person way smarter than us.
that's just objectively true.
Yeah.
And I'd ask him a question about something, and it's the first time I think I've talked with him since before the season, and so you never know what sponsors are going to think of your reads.
Sure.
but he was thrilled. He thought that our reads were good.
I think he was being nice because some of the text messages I've got from him.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. Well, let me tell you something, folks.
Just kidding.
Let me tell you something, folks.
Love you, Jacob.
If you want Jacob McNeil and his crack team of nerds on your side, if you're a Texas high school football coach, go to coverzeroanalytics.com. These guys, the amount, like, I didn't know spreadsheets could do that.
It was shocking.
I was like, they're like inventing like formulas.
Those are nerds you want on your side.
Yeah, because like the nerds are going to take over the world, and like when the war comes, you want those nerds on your side.
Yes.
Cover Zero Analytics.
Join those nerds. Cover Zero Analytics.
CoverZeroAnalytics.com. Take your team to the next level. And I know we've said it before, but like with the playoffs coming along, and you're not going to know the teams that you're playing.
Those margins are slim.
Margins are slim.
Get that edge.
You need it. You need it. CoverZeroAnalytics.com. Thanks, Cover Zero. Matt Stepp, your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. It was close, but Cal Allen beat Toloso Midway. Did you see they kicked the last-second field goal?
Yeah, poor Tolosa Midway.
Toloso Midway came so close to beating Cal Allen for the first time since 1984. But instead, 1983. But instead, Cal Allen wins its 42nd consecutive meeting with the Warriors of Tolosa Midway. They are getting closer. And I am a believer in that program. They're going to get it sometime in the next couple of years.
The odds are eventually.
Odds are eventually.
They will, and after 40-something straight.
But there were, but I'm just saying, there were times where it was like not close.
Yeah.
Where it was like
Cal Allen was really rolling and TM was down in the dumps.
Yeah,
there were some 50 and 60 burgers.
That gap has narrowed significantly.
Sure,
but Matt Stepp, what is amazing to me is that is not the longest active win streak of one team over another in a series. Matt Stepp, who has beaten their rival now 44 times in a row for the all-time record for wins in a series, consecutive wins in a series.
I want to say, is it Amarillo High over Lubbock High?
It is Amarillo High over Lubbock High. Amarillo High.
Did I impress you, VNA? That impressed you, didn't it?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Amarillo High has won 44 straight.
What's up, ladies?
Over Lubbock High.
Goodness.
Lubbock High.
This guy knows his football.
Lubbock High has not beaten Amarillo since 1973.
Yeah.
They play not week 9, they're playing week 10.
Yeah.
I think Amarillo's your favorite.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. All due respect to
Historically
Lubbock High,
and presently, I think
great
they're your
mascot
favorite.
matchup. The Sandies versus the Westerners.
If you are interested, the top 5 all time, it's Amarillo over Lubbock, Cal Allen over Tolosa Midway. Katy has beaten Maid Creek 37 times in a row. Have they played this year yet?
Don't believe they've played this year.
Okay, so it's 37, potentially 38. Houston Yates beat Houston Austin 35 times in a row until from 1971 to 2007.
Okay.
And then rounding that out is Lubbock Coronado has beaten Lubbock High.
Poor Lubbock High.
34 times, I think 35 times in a row now.
Yeah.
Poor Lubbock High is on the...
Yeah. I think there's a chance. That streak is active? Lubbock Coronado over Lubbock High? Is that streak active?
Still active, yeah.
Have they played? Lubbock Coronado's down bad this year.
Coronado's having a struggle right now.
Have they played this year?
You're listening to live coverage of us
yeah.
looking at our own notes here on Tepp and Stepp,
Goodness, great
presented by
website.
CoverZeroAnalytics.com.
Yeah, great website.
Go to
Texas football.
CoverZeroAnalytics.com, another great website, while Matt Stepp looks up if Coronado and Lubbock have played yet this year.
Fucking learn
This
to
is
spell.
going great.
I can't
Anyway,
spell.
that's
I'll
your
come back to you on
That's
that.
your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. The fun thing is, this is on tape.
They haven't played. I think Lubbock Coronado could beat Lubbock High. Lubbock High could beat Lubbock. They play
Okay.
week 11.
Week 11?
That streak could end.
Okay.
We'll be watching that game.
We'll be keeping an eye on that one. Anyway, your Texas
Sorry.
football fun fact of the week. Thanks, Covers Your Analytics. All right, Matthew, a look back on week 8. And we talked about it, about how it was a week that I don't think produced that many, like, surprises, except in, like, styles. That, like, for example, the example I used on TFT today, I don't think anybody's really necessarily surprised that Lake Travis beat Dripping Springs.
No.
I think that we both picked Lake Travis, although we thought Dripping Springs was pretty good.
And they lost by a touchdown, so.
But scoreless at the half.
So I talked about Lake Travis's defense. and if you go back and watch Tep and Step Week 8, we talked about Lake Travis's defense quite a bit, and did not think they would be that low scoring though. So, I did not expect to see a 14-7 game. I thought more like 24-17.
Yeah,
that type of football game. So, it's that was one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 6A to 5A.
I felt like last week, before you get into this, was the week of the comeback. Mm-hmm. There were several wild. I know you're talking about one, but like if you go to TexanLive.com, Magnolia and Klein Collins on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
That was Klein Collins was down 42-24 with like 8 minutes left in the game. They came back and won. Insane.
Okay, so I'll just go 6A to 2A.
Okay. A
couple games that we have our eye on.
Right.
Lake Travis Dripping Springs talked about it.
Sure.
Port Arthur Memorial over Beaumont Westbrook. I am upgrading Port Arthur Memorial to wagon.
Yeah. Their final boss is this week. Mm-hmm. We may talk about that game. I don't know. Mm-hmm. They may get drafted. They have to go to Lufkin, and that's tough.
That's a haul.
Going to Abe Martin Stadium, it's tough. Lufkin beat Westbrook already, but I do think Port Arthur Memorial, they are a threat in Region 3.
Oh yeah. Cuero and Sinton.
Game of the night.
Game of the year?
Yeah.
I mean, for Cuero, if you missed it, Cuero was down 20 with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah. Recovered 2 onside kicks.
And scored 21 in the final.
And then blocked the field goal. Sinton does a great job to get back down there and set up a pretty makeable field, 37 yards.
We were watching that game, and I was like, oh, no, all that for that, Cuero.
And they blocked the field goal.
It was.
So now here's the crazy. I talked to Mike Troutman this morning. It was like 7:45, and I talked to Coach Troutman.
That's coffee.
Oh, he was already juiced. He was ready to go.
That is a man who is entirely comprised of energy.
Yes.
He's just like his molecules.
Oh, I knew he'd answer at 7:45. I was like, he answered.
What do you need, brother?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And so now they're having it because Cuero lost to Rockport by 1. Mm-hmm. They beat Sinton by 1. Sinton and Rockport haven't played yet, so they're having to.
Sinton will be, in my opinion, a favorite over Rockport.
So if Sinton beats Rockport by 2 points, here's tiebreaker talk.
Yeah.
Breaking tiebreaker talk here. Sinton beats Rockport by 2 points or more, they'll be the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But if Sinton beats Rockport by a point,
coin flip.
Well, maybe, now coin flip, but they may have to meet.
Lame. Do a coin flip.
Invite us.
Do a flip.
I've always wanted to go to that's one Texas high school football bucket list thing that I have not done.
A coin flip?
I want to go to a coin flip for a playoff spot.
We got to start. I mean, Texan Live needs to start streaming coin flips.
But they don't happen very often anymore because they get so deep into the tiebreakers. But if you have a coin flip, 787-1310.
A 3 game, and we don't have to talk a ton about it because we may be talking about it a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Columbus and Yoakum. I am impressed by Columbus, and I think that the reports of Columbus's demise have been exaggerated. I think they're pretty darn salty.
They're winning games in different ways this year. Mm-hmm. Last year they were just bludgeoning people on offense. This year it's the defense. Columbus has a legit top 10 defense in 3A Division I. They're getting it done. But Yoakum, I think Yoakum's a good football team. That's not a bad loss by any means. No. I think Yoakum has a strong case to be the number 2 seed. I think Yoakum Hitchcock's going to be a lot of fun when they play.
It will be.
Yoakum's a problem.
Finally, in 2A, Stinnett West Texas 50, Panhandle 49. It would have been the other game of the night.
Yeah, welcome to the Cade Winters experience.
So Cade Winters, we got a text from our friend Cale Steed at Press Pass Sports, and he said something along the lines like, "I think this is the single most impressive performance I've ever seen."
It's up there.
He runs 41 times for 369 yards and 7 touchdowns,
nice.
As well as 4 2-point conversions, including the game-winning 2-point conversion with a little under 3 minutes left. Mm-hmm. And he does it after breaking his thumb in the second quarter of that game.
Man.
An all-time Dudes Rock performance.
Yeah, dude. I don't think on Monday at school that guy was carried in. He carried him into school on Monday. He's high-fiving.
Shoulders.
Yeah. Teachers are like, "Oh, we're in Cade's class. No homework this week."
Yeah.
Cade's here.
Let me tell you something. I think West Texas is for real.
Yeah, they are.
That's a great win.
Yeah, I think Panhandle. I had Panhandle preseason going to AT&T Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they got Broxton Robinson.
Yeah.
Like Cade Winters out Broxton Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the stuff Broxton Robinson does for Panhandle.
Correct.
So yeah, I think we could see a rematch.
Yeah. I mean, you start taking a look at Region 1, and you're like, okay. I'm not sure I necessarily see teams that you're absolutely sure are going to get in their way.
Yeah,
of
those
that
might be the
happening.
two best teams in 2A Division 1 Region 1. It's
mean,
quite possible.
It is, and they put on an absolute show there.
Yeah.
I am. I don't know. I'm a little in. I'm trying to think. Let me look at this. Who else could that be?
Ozona's in Region 1.
Ozona.
Hawley.
I'll just say this. Region 1 is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like a lot of dudes who rock are in Region 1. And
dudes in that
then you
region.
got like your matchup with Region 2, which I don't know. 2 Division 1 is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
excited about it. Between like you got Ganado or Furio on Region 4. Region 3 is going to be all crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, Garrison lost to St. Augustine.
I can't figure them out.
No, I can't either.
I can't figure them out.
Maybe St. Augustine's legit though, which is good. There's a time St. Augustine was really, really good.
Can I tell you right now, and as we're just doing 2A Division 1 talk? All right, here we go. Right now. Sports gun to your head here
Okay.
on October 20th.
All right.
2A Division 1, Region 1 champion.
Panhandle.
I'm going to go with West Texas only because they just
Okay.
beat Panhandle. Although it could be Ozona.
Could be.
Like, who knows? Region 2.
Frankston.
I'm in on Frankston,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
I like that team a lot.
We've been Frankston pilled.
We have. Frankston has been fantastic. Region 3,
Oh gosh.
right? I'll tell you who I've got.
Who do you have?
Honeygrove.
Okay.
I think it's Honeygrove.
Okay. I'll go. Give me Elysian Fields.
Okay. Not bad.
Give me Elysian Fields.
And then Region 4 is kind of the main event.
Refugio.
I think it's still Refugio.
Yeah.
Ganado has really shown me
They
something.
really are.
Anyway, 2A Division 1 is going to be a lot of fun, and that's
Yes.
the kind of nerdery you come to us for here
Yes,
at Tup and
yes.
Stuff. Anyway, there's
We'll
a
do
little-
this again in a couple of
Nerdery.
weeks when the
Yeah,
brackets come out.
Exactly right. We're doing a little bit of nerdery here,
Pre-bracketing.
but that's your Week 8 recap. It's now time for your Week 9 game draft. That's right. It's a game draft, folks. If this is your first episode of Tup and Step, hello. Here's how it works. Step and I are going to go back and forth selecting games that we are. What's the phrase, DNA?
Phrase that pays.
What is it?
What is it?
What?
The games that we are.
Most excited about. Most interested in.
She's only been producing us for like 2
Most-
full years.
Most
Most interested in.
most interested in.
I think I've come to realize our producer hates us.
I think that's
She
right.
just-
She just can't. I think that's 100% right.
I think WTF
And- and I-
WTF's gotten to her.
And I got to be honest. Can you blame her?
no.
Okay. For the games we are most interested in. So last week, Stepp could have taken
Austin High 33, Austin Aiken 7.
Maroons.
The Maroons.
Big win for the Maroons.
That's their mascot.
Their mascot. They got a weirdo mascot. It's like
Google-
the
Google-
drawing is kind of weird. Too.
Google the Austin Maroons mascot.
Yeah, it's
Google
it's like
image
a
search that thing.
fuzzball,
It's
basically.
basically a maroon fuzzball.
Yeah, it's very odd. Anyway, and so this week, Matt Stepp could possibly take
Dallas Adamson versus Dallas Spruce.
Leopards and Timberwolves.
Yeah.
You threw out the record books.
Yeah.
By the way, you were at Kimball and Carter, which ended up being an absolute banger on Saturday.
Got delayed by 3 hours. I was at Kincaid Stadium for like 8 hours on Saturday.
But you got rewarded with a great
Did
game.
get rewarded with the great game. Yes, I did.
Although my mother's beloved Kimball Knights fell short.
Yeah, I dropped one. Yeah.
That game-winning touchdown though from the quarterback.
That was running. It was
Running back.
Boozer. Yeah,
Boozer?
Demarion Boozer had a huge game.
Holy
He was
cow.
the runner-up for Dog of the Week.
He was dragging dudes into the end zone. He was
had
awesome.
6 touchdowns. Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. All that's to say, you can select any game that you want. Just you have to sell us on being interested in it. That's the phrase that pays. Most interested in. We had a fake. We're going to go 5 rounds back and forth, selecting games we're most interested in. Then we'll round it all out with our hipster
had a real
game
coin toss,
of the
sir.
week. We had a real fake coin toss before the show. Stepp won the coin toss in a. I told you this before the show.
Strong.
You've been hyping up week 10, and
The next 2 weeks.
week 10 is going to be great.
Next 2 weeks are
Guys,
big.
this is maybe not the Botana platter, but this is the
Oh. Oh.
This is maybe the chips and queso ahead of time, and
Yeah,
like the loaded chips and queso.
Yeah.
It's a nice week of
Yeah.
games.
They brought you bonus guac.
They did,
Yeah,
yeah.
we have bonus guac
Yeah,
at the table.
exactly. Maybe they did like the table side. get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
Week 10 is the Botana platter for
Exactly,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to our friends in the RGV who have perfected the Botana platter.
What is
If you want to send us a Botana platter, greg.tepper at davecampbells.com.
Matt
The
Stepp,
Botana platter
Matt
shows up.
Stepp, what is your first pick of a very good Week 9 slate?
This is pretty easy for me.
Okay.
7 o'clock, Friday night at Children's Health Stadium in Prosper.
Yeah.
We care about children's health, and we care about high school football. It's 7-0 Allen versus 7-0 Prosper, a top 10 matchup. The district championship is on the line, and I think this had also potentially has some seeding implications because Prosper is could be Division 1, could be Division 2. So if they go Division 1, this is going to decide first round playoff seeding.
Are you okay?
VNA, did you fall back there, VNA?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to pull up something on the computer.
All right.
Was it the maroon?
Is that what I was looking up?
That's
The
You're supposed to
maroon?
look up the Austin
Whatever.
Maroon
Go
mascot.
on.
Yeah. I don't think either team had any signs of looking ahead last week. Allen beats Plano West 56-7. Prosper beats McKinney 59-0. We really can't take much from the recent results of these two teams. I think when you look at the resume overall, Prosper's got a better resume.
Totally agree. We've like at the beginning of the season when Allen like murked like Midland Legacy and then Cedar Hill, we were like, man, that's really impressive. Well, now look at what Prosper did in non-district.
So Austin Westlake and that Rockwall Heath win has aged nicely.
That's their only loss of the year.
Yes, yeah. So Prosper's got the resume edge here. Now, Allen, I think the offense has improved as the year's gone along. That they spread the ball around. Jeremiah Dowd has 16 touchdown passes, and he's taking care of the football.
Bingo.
Which has been the key. He's only thrown 2 interceptions, and that's been the key for Allen. They don't need you to win the game at quarterback, but don't lose it. He's done that. He's done a great job. Caleb Smith being healthy this year, his nickname is the Jet. The guys who run 5 flat 40s are not nicknamed the Jet.
No.
Arizona commit.
Nobody's ever called us the Jet.
No. God, no. What do you think your best 40 time ever was? What is it,
I bet I ran like a 5.1
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
I really topped out at a 5.1.
Yeah.
Now my hips hurt if I run 3
Yeah.
steps.
Oh, yeah. I run a 10, and I'm like, oh gosh, I need bring the ice pack, please. Caleb Smith, Arizona commit, 6 touchdown passes, 6 touchdown receptions. And he's got speed to burn. He's outstanding in the return game. He's the difference maker for this Allen offense. When he's healthy, the Allen offense is just way more dynamic. That was he missed all of last year, and last year Allen's problem was they couldn't break big plays. Now they have their big play guy back. The Allen defense is a lot like the offense. Like, they're not loaded with stars. Like, you look at this Allen defense and you're like, this is a really good unit 1 through 11. And they've got depth. They've got guys they rotate in. They're the biggest high school in the state, so you know they've got depth. They're good at all 3 levels, and they have speed. They have really good speed in the secondary. Really good Allen defense. Prosper, when you talk about Prosper, it starts and ends up front. They have
That's the best offensive line in Texas.
You've got Bryce Gilmore, Texas Tech commit, Texas A&M commit, Zayden Krempen. They've got a Duke commit, Sean Stover. 3 Power 5, Power 4 commits on the offensive line. Then the defensive line, Jake Johnson, their D tackle, committed to USC, outstanding as well. But the offense has been the difference in why Prosper has been elite this year is the offense, the skill positions. They have improved tremendously. Bryce Robinson, 12 touchdown runs, 7 yards a carry. Braden Imhoff, 19 touchdown passes in 7 games. He's taking care of the football. This wide receiver, Lathan, I believe it's Ladiolas.
That sounds right.
If I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry. A Tulsa commit. This Prosper offense is they can go as well.
Because in the past, Prosper's had like an elite defense and they've had like an elite offensive line, but like they haven't had those skill guys.
No, they haven't been able to take top off a defense.
Yeah, and it's like they would win games like 20-7.
Yeah,
You know?
And so I think Prosper's frontline talent might be a little bit better than Allen's frontline talent. Frontline. But I think Allen's got a big depth advantage here because, especially Prosper keeps building and opening new schools. I'm fascinated by this matchup. This is the game of the week in the state of Texas, in my opinion. I expect a sellout at Children's Health Stadium. It's going to be a big game atmosphere. Greg Powers is going to be there. You know it's going to be a big game atmosphere when Grev is in the house. Maybe somebody else will be there. We'll talk about that later. This is going to be the game of the night. I think Prosper has this rivalry the last 5 years has gone back and forth. Like Allen and Prosper have kind of gone back and forth. I think if I'm going to lean one way, I'm leaning to Allen because I trust Allen's defense a little bit more. That's the edge here. I'm taking the Allen Eagles in a close one.
Here's what I think is great. This is one of those games where it's everything that's big about Texas high school football.
Yeah.
Okay? Big schools, obviously 6A. Big talent. Two great coaching staffs.
Big fan bases.
Yeah. Big stadium, big bands, big atmosphere, big everything. Like this is one of those games that like whenever Ohio people or Pennsylvania or Florida people or California people like talk mess and they're like, oh, like Texas high school football is overrated. I just want to like point to this and be like,
yeah. I think if you're an
explain this.
If an out of state guy emailed me and said, hey, I'm flying into DFW on Friday at morning, I want to go to a high school football game Friday night. Where should I go?
Yeah,
I'd point him to this game.
It's going to be a spectacular scene. You're exactly right. The money matchup is when Prosper has the ball. It's a new look, wide open, explosive Prosper offense against the number one scoring defense in 6A. And I think that defense travels. I like Allen in this one, in a close one. We've been saying since the preseason, Allen is capital B back.
Yeah.
And they're
legit state title contender.
They can stake their claim to that being like fact and not opinion with a win in this one.
The thing to watch for in this district, if you're looking, is Prosper going to go D1, D2? You need to look out for the big game this week is Plano West and Princeton. Basically, Prosper will go Division I if neither Plano school, Plano or Plano West, makes the playoffs. If one of those schools makes the playoffs, Prosper goes Division II. But if Plano or Plano West gets in, Prosper they go Division II. If they don't get in, if Princeton and Rock Hill get in, Prosper goes Division I, like they did last year.
It is fascinating ball game. I agree. I think it's a game of the week in the state, and in a really good slate. I think it's a great game.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it does beat 7 o'clock Friday night? I think so. Let's see.
Double checking the time.
You're
I just default to 7 because I'm like, if it starts at 7:30, you got there 30 minutes early.
Let's see. You're listening to live coverage of me seeing if that's it. Oh, and now we're just showing the maroon. We just decided to do this.
Yes. Good job, V&A. It's a weird mascot, right?
It is.
I like it. It looks great.
Good. We'll just say something else. 7 o'clock Friday night at Chaparral Stadium in Austin. It is the Battle of the Lakes state-ranked top 10 matchup in 6A. And again, if you just want big-time, big energy high school football, you've come to the right place. It's the Lake Travis Cavaliers. It's the Austin Westlake Chaparrals. And whereas last year it felt like this one flew under the radar, this year it feels like it's firmly on the radar. And I think it's because both teams feel like legit state championship contenders.
Agree.
I think last year it felt like Westlake was a half step ahead of Lake Travis.
Yeah. And they were. They beat them twice.
They beat them twice.
Yeah.
In good, but close, but
very similar football games.
Yes.
Both those games.
They beat them the same way twice, basically. Yeah. These are two legit state championship contenders. I think so, in Region 4. And still TBD as to the division split there. We'll get into that. So Lake Travis, we talked about in the open. They played Dripping Springs last week. They avoid the trap, and they beat Dripping Springs 14-7. It was ugly.
Rock fight.
It was ugly. It was defense first. But they found a way. And they found a way basically because Van Hopping got going late, and they were able to establish that running game. Give a lot of credit to that Dripping Springs defense. I think they are legit. But they get the win. Luke McBride threw a touchdown pass early in the year, or like to set up or tie the game up with a touchdown pass, and then Van Hopping finished it off with a touchdown run to win it. And the defense came up aces. Well, speaking of defense coming up aces, Tony Salazar
says hello.
Westlake defense, who has been excellent. They played Austin Bowie last week, rolled them 30-7. That's a good Bowie team, by the way.
I think Bowie's only score was an interception return for a touchdown. So they not only pitched a shutout, the Westlake defense scored 2 points.
I do think Reese Wise has been solid. I think he's been solid, and I think they will need more than solid this week against a really good Lake Travis.
This might be one of the few times Does Lake Travis have the defensive edge over Westlake going into
Which
this
is
game?
so crazy to say.
Yeah.
This has got, to me, what's so funny is that Lake Travis and Westlake, these two quarterback factories, right? These two have put multiple quarterbacks into the NFL. Okay? I think 24 points almost certainly wins this ball game.
Yeah.
Right? These two defenses are nasty. Maddox Flint for Westlake. These two defenses are nasty.
Yes.
This is borderline too close to call. I'm gonna go with Westlake. I'm gonna lean towards Westlake. They have the recent.
Really?
They have the recent history. I also think, I don't know, last week going up against an elite defense in Dripping Springs and really having to scratch and claw and find a way has me a little bit spooked. And I think that Westlake's defense is as good, at least, as Dripping Springs is. And I think that might cause them some trouble. I will say, like I said, if a team gets to 24, I think it's over.
Yeah.
This is going to be taffy pull type stuff. I like Westlake. I think they keep a winning streak going.
By the way, this game, if you want to watch it live on Texan Live.
Thank you.
Thank you, VNA.
But I get the sense that you disagree.
I like Lake Travis.
Okay.
I think this is the year that the Cavs in the streak. How many Westlake's won like several. I'd have to go back and look, and I don't want to bog the show down, but they've won both games last year, and I think they won the previous couple of years. Like, I wonder how long Lake Travis was.
We can find that out. Yeah. It'll be a fantastic game. Great.
We can come back to that while I'm droning about my next game.
Let's see. They have won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row.
Yeah.
6 in a row. The last time they beat them was in 2019.
Yeah. So there you go.
Get excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Great
Battle
game.
of the Lakes. It's always one of the games of the year in the Austin area.
Exactly.
So.
Always a great game. Massive
It's
game.
live on Texan Live this year. So.
I like Westlake. He likes Lake Travis. One of us will be wrong.
Yeah. Fight.
What's your second pick, Matthew?
7:00 Friday night at Burnett Stadium in Raymondville, Texas. We're going to the 9-5-6, y'all. A battle of unbeatens as the Rio Hondo Bobcats take on the Raymondville Bearcats. It's a cat fight in Raymondville and Willacy County, y'all. By the way, Raymondville, Casablanca, choice pregame meal if you're in Raymondville, Texas.
Interesting.
Yes. You know, it's not often you get the game of the week in the Valley to be a 3A game.
That is such a good point. It's such a good point because I made that same point on the picks. The Rio Grande Valley is the land of the Giants.
Yeah, it's the land of 5A and 6A schools.
It's 5A and 6A schools.
There's a few small schools sprinkled in there, but they mostly have to play in districts outside of the Valley.
Even like Port Isabel is like a 4A school, and they're considered really small for the Valley. That's a small school. So for 3A to be center stage, front and center, undisputedly the game of the week in the RGV is very cool.
7-0 versus 7-0. I think it's going to be an awesome atmosphere. I wish I could be there. This is going to be a fun game. Last week, Rio Hondo took care of their business. They beat Lyford 59-13, and big plays on the offensive side of the ball. I think Rio Hondo in that game had 7 plays of 30-plus yards or more, just big play after big play. Mario Lopez not only starred on Saved by the Bell, but he also ran for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, AC Slater.
That's a joke for me and you, not for VNA, because
AC Slater.
she doesn't get it because she's young.
Now he hosts Access Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I was a big Lisa Turtle fan. I loved Lisa Turtle. That was my one
Kelly
girlfriend.
Kapowski.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, go on.
Matthew Lopez had 3 touchdown passes. Sophomore wide receiver Sebastian Gonzalez had 2 of those touchdown catches. Rio Hondo's offense is they've got. Rocky James has told us on multiple occasions they got 4 different receivers they can count on, 2 different running backs. This is a versatile, deep offense for this 3A level, and they've been putting up big point numbers all year. Here comes Raymondville. First-year head coach Will Littleton comes over from PSJ Memorial.
And they're a surprise.
All he's done in year 1 is has Raymondville at 7-0 for the first time since 1988.
Wow.
1988 is the last time the Raymondville Bearcats were 7-0. And I think for most of the season, it's been the Trayshawn Washington show. Trayshawn Washington has been absolutely dominant. But last week, the supporting cast, they stepped up. They beat San Diego 37-27, and this time Washington had a good game, but typically it's been Washington running for 250, 275, 300 plus, and 5 touchdowns. They spread it around this week. Jeffrey Lefevre had 186 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Washington had over 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Diego Villegas had 123 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, and he added 72 yards on the ground. That's the balance that Raymondville's going to need, because as the season continues, teams are going to say, we're not going to let Trayshawn Washington beat us. We're going to put 8 guys in the box, and we're going to make you throw the football. Well, they showed they can throw the football. This is going to be a great chess match between 2 really good coaches. I mean, Rocky James has been at Rio Hondo for a long time. I mean, he is a veteran coach. Littleton, a younger guy, but his dad, Bill Littleton, head coach at McAllen Memorial for a long time. 2 veteran coaches, and Bill Littleton is on his son's staff. So there's this chess match between these 2 staffs is going to be fascinating. I think both offenses are really explosive. It's going to come down to defense. Which defense can force a turnover or 2? Yeah. Because I don't know if either defense can consistently get stops. Raymondville's at home. This Rio Hondo team has the makings of a really. If you're looking for like a sleeper in 3A Division I Region 4 to kind of lean on, here's the other thing. This game is huge. Just looking at potential playoff brackets, I think the winner of this district has a path to play on Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm going to go Rio Hondo here, but I'm keeping out. This is the game of the week in the 9-5-6, and I'm excited for it.
The word is pointsy for me. I think this game is going to be high scoring, big plays, back and forth. These are 2 explosive offenses that are going to dial it up. And also, this is, with respect to that district, this is the district title game. Winner of this game wins the district title. You unload the clip in this one. And you're just like, everything you've got, you throw it out there. I think this is a fascinating ball game. I agree with you. I like Rio Hondo on the road. I think this has been really, for Raymondville, it's been a lot very quickly. Rio Hondo has been in big games like this before. Games like this, and I think this is the first time in quite a while that this Raymondville program has been in a spot like this.
The other thing that threw me off, and this you can't always do this because you get into that game of comparing scores, but Raymondville beat Lyford 2 weeks ago 20-13. Yeah, Rio Hondo beat Lyford 59-13. When there's a difference like that, it's so close together within a week of each other. It's like maybe Rio Hondo's just got a little bit too much. So that was the other thing that kind of convinced me.
It's a great game, and if you're in the RGV and you're somebody who goes out to a game every Friday night and you find yourself going to a bunch of 6A and 5A games, I understand that. Treat yourself.
Sure.
Treat yourself to a trip to Raymondville here. This will be a fun matchup, and you will get. I will say this: your entertainment dollar will go a long way with this game.
This will be a fun football.
This will not end 7-3. Okay, this is going to be fun back and forth. Now let's talk about a game that might end 7-3.
Okay, let's do it.
7 o'clock Friday night at Tiger Stadium in Bremond.
Okay. Yes.
It is a matchup of unbeatens, one of 6 in the state this week, as the Bremond Tigers welcome in the Chilton Pirates. The District 10 2A Division II titles on the line. The Central Texas Supremacy is on the line. I think there is an argument to be made that the front-runner position in Region 3 of 2A Division II is on the line.
This may well be the first of 2 meetings.
Although there's another game within that same region that I might be talking about a little later. And I just have a question. Who's going to score? Okay? And maybe I just have a type, like Lake Travis and Westlake, and now Bremond and Chilton.
Yeah, maybe a type, yeah.
Chilton has allowed 22 points this season.
That's like just barely over 3 points a game.
22 all season.
In 7 games.
They have 5 shutouts in their 7 wins.
Seems good.
5 shutouts.
Seems good. If you can't score, you can't lose. If you don't allow any points.
Meanwhile, Bremond has pitched 3 consecutive shutouts, including last week, a game that I think we need to be talking about more. Dude, Bremond beat the brakes off of Goldthwaite, and that is not a bad Goldthwaite
No,
team.
Goldthwaite's not bad at all, and Bremond just punted them into the sun.
I mean, and shut them out? Impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive. And these 2 defenses are peaking. They're playing spectacular football right now. So the question is, who breaks through? Tank Scott for Bremond is going to be the tip of the spear. Obviously, they're going to try to establish the run. For Chilton, it's going to be Marnako Thomas Jr.
Yes.
Their quarterback, who's been a real breakout star.
Yeah, his dad got hired on staff there at Chilton. He transferred in from 6A Killeen. So I think he's immediate impact player coming from Killeen High to Chilton.
Who can break through? I think first of all, I mean this sincerely, 17 points might win this game.
Yeah.
Okay, these defenses have been so rock solid. I think Bremont at home, and you add in Sam Kozowski.
That's the key, I think, is Bremont can put the ball up in the air. They're balanced. You got Tank Scott, but Kozowski can make plays in the passing game.
And I think that what you're going to see, especially from Jeff Kozowski, the coach there at Bremont, the phrase I use in terms like in games like this is they're going to crack the safe. They're going to go out there, and they're going to spend some time seeing what works, and eventually they'll find one or two things that work, and they're going to hammer it. Yeah. So if they figure out, like, Tank Scott off the left side, like between the left guard and left tackle, you're going to get a steady dose of that.
Sure.
They can find out what works. I think that the path for Chilton is a little more narrow. Now, I think they can do it, and this is a whale of a ball game. And if you like hard-hitting, like physical, small school football with dudes playing both ways, awesome game. I like Bremont in a low score, like
17-14,
17-14, 20-10, something like that, in a real low-scoring slugfest. I think this is a whale of a ball game that'll be a lot of fun for a District 10-2A Division II title. So that's my second pick. What's your third pick, Matthew?
Let's go. 7 o'clock, Friday night. Now I got to double check the stadium because there are a lot of stadiums and there's a lot of stadiums in this community.
Okay. There's the Maroon. Thank you.
Oh, hey, there's the Maroon. Yeah.
We worked with a guy. I worked with a guy here at Dave Campbell's who was at Austin High Maroon. Brad Hilliard. Shout out Brad Hilliard if you're watching.
7 o'clock Friday night at Kirkendall Stadium in Frisco. It's another battle of unbeatens.
Yeah.
As the Lone Star Rangers at 7-0 take on the Wakeland Wolverines at 8-0. And the winner of this, I think, pretty much wraps up the 5A Division I crown. And this was a crazy game last year. Wakeland upset Lone Star last year. This was the game where I believe it was the fumble, in overtime, the strip fumble, and Wakeland ran it the other way back for a touchdown at the Star.
At the Star.
Lone Star this year has been dominant though. Last week they go to Sherman, and you're like, okay, going to Sherman and got a long road trip up 75, tough place to play, right? Sherman's got one of those old stadiums right in the middle of town. Lone Star just wins 49-3. No big deal. Trey Wright and Davian Gross connected 4 touchdown passes. Trey Wright threw 5 touchdown passes. He connected with Gross, the Florida commit for 5. Right now, Florida commit. I think Florida's coach just got fired.
I think that's right.
We'll see where that goes.
We'll see if he's a Billy Napier guy.
What we do know is Davian Gross, good football player.
Good football player.
4 touchdown catches. And the Lone Star defense, that's what you want to see. Holding Sherman to 3 points, dominate. That's what you want to see. This Lone Star defense is talented. They've got Michigan and Michigan State commit on those on that defense. A couple of Division I guys. Trey Wright, the sophomore quarterback, has just been a revelation.
He's so. There's an argument to be made that, like, if you want to start parsing the idea of a most valuable player, Trey Wright might be one of the most valuable players in Texas.
Because it's freed Carice Hoyt up to do so many different things. It's like Lone Star just has these versatile, Davian Gross, Ashton Genty, now, Carice Hoyt. They just have all these guys that they can just play at multiple positions. Hoyt plays defense at times. It just frees them up to do so much. Lone Star hasn't scored less than 44 points in a game this year, except for one, but that was called at halftime due to weather. And they had 38 at halftime. I think they would have scored 44.
I'm going to upgrade them to yes.
Then you got Wakeland. Now, Wakeland, last week against Frisco, I was at that game. It was a battle. They pull it out late. Braxton Cole's touchdown run with 10 seconds left gives them a 35-28 win. Love Jaden Maples at quarterback. He's outstanding. He had 227 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He's fun.
He is.
He's a fun player.
And 2 of those touchdowns went to Cedric Thornton, the Prairie View commit, who's a two-way star for them. He plays linebacker and tight end. He's a dude.
I think he's their best defensive player too. Yeah,
he is a dude. And at tight end, he's a problem over the middle. Cole, 221 yards and a touchdown rushing. This is a good Wakeland offense. The defense did struggle against Frisco. They had trouble containing Coben Harbert in that Frisco offense. That's my concern. I think Wakeland's defense is going to have to play the game of their lives to keep this one, to stay in this game, because Lone Star's offense is just so good. Mm-hmm. I like Lone Star by 2 to 3 touchdowns. I just think Lone Star's got too much on the offense. I can't see Wakeland consistently getting stops against Lone Star.
Here's what I'll say, because I agree with everything you just said. Wakeland has found a way. They have found a way. They are 8-0. They are 4-0 in games decided by 10 points or less. Mm-hmm. They have found a way. If this game is late and close, I know which team has a good history of winning when it matters most and coming up with those key plays at the big moments. Mm-hmm. Lone Star has not had to find a way because they have just beaten everybody up.
They just bludgeoned everyone.
If this game is close in the fourth quarter, I think Wakeland can do it because they've got the stomach. They've got the stomach for the fight. I'm not sure it's close in the fourth. That's the issue. Yeah, I think there's too many weapons on the Lone Star team that is going to give them trouble.
Yeah, I think Lone Star, the recipe for Jeff Rayburn's squad is get out to a fast start.
Yes.
Like let's get out 21-0. Let's just put this game away early, because if you let Wakeland hang around, they're going to squirrely things can tend to happen when Wakeland plays. And this is not a shot against Wakeland. Wakeland, they find a way. And if you let Wakeland hang around, they will block a punt. They'll recover an onside kick. They'll strip the ball from you. They'll just do something crazy to win the football game.
They will pester you into the loss column. Yeah. You know what I mean? My third pick. 7 o'clock. He said confidently. 7 o'clock. Thank you. 7 o'clock.
We're just going to default to the maroon from now on.
Friday night at Dick Bivens Stadium in Amarillo.
Oh, yes. Dick Bivens Stadium.
It's a large stadium in Amarillo.
It is. It's about 12,000. Great stadium.
Big Dick Bivens Stadium as the Abilene Eagles.
It's Dick Bivens Stadium.
That's the man's name.
Dick Bivens.
What's your problem?
It's a big stadium.
As the Abilene Eagles take on the Amarillo Tascosa Rebels. District 2-5A Division I title on the line here?
100%.
Yeah.
These are the two best teams of 2-5A Division I.
And
long road trip for Abilene.
long, yeah.
Abilene to Amarillo is a long trip, y'all. It's like 4 hours one way.
If you're one of these metro area Texans, like, love you, pull out a map. Figure out, like, if you're just thinking, it's all West Texas, they're certainly right next to it. No.
4 hours.
That's
one
a haul.
Way. At minimum 4 hours.
That's a haul. Now, last time we saw Abilene, they were playing the aforementioned. Well, this has been the Lubbock High shed. Man, I'm sorry, guys.
Lubbock High is over here catching strays.
Just catching shrapnel all over the place. They got drilled by Abilene.
Like 73-0.
We've said this before, but it's worth reiterating. Braden Henry is coming to the Dudes Rock Banquet from Abilene. He's awesome.
He's really fast.
They just move him around so much. They've got a bunch of different ways to use him. He can catch out of the backfield. They'll line up with a Wildcat. He can do everything.
Yeah.
Ethan Joyner's fantastic as well. They're great. Tascosa, the last time out, played Lubbock Monterey.
A good Lubbock Monterey.
I think it's a very solid Monterey team. They came away with a win. They don't run the slot tee. They run
the flex bone.
They run the flex bone.
Yeah.
And they will run it at you in a variety of different ways.
Yeah. If Amarillo Tascosa is throwing more than 5 passes in a game, something has gone horribly wrong.
Like they must have like 6 special teams blunders, and they are like chasing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Colton Fulton, I think, has been a real star for them running the ball.
Operator of that offense.
He's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think the Tascosa defense is the real secret sauce here. This is like Crush Johnson.
You got a guy on the defensive line named Crush.
Yeah.
Like
Texas Tech commit.
Come on.
That is going to be a real fun matchup, by the way, is in the trenches on both sides, because both these teams are very strong up front.
Yes.
These are the two best lines in 2-5A Division 1. That I'm positive of. And so that matchup up front is going to be a lot of fun. This, I think, comes down to Tascosa's ability to prevent big plays. Got to be able to keep a lid on Braden Henry, not let him go loose for 70, make him earn it down the field. And then for Abilene, diagnosing and attacking this flex.
Got to win those early downs.
Exactly.
You want Tascosa to be in third. If Tascosa's in 3rd and 4,
it might as well be 1st and 10.
Yeah, because they're going to run 2 plays and get 4. You want them in 3rd and 5 or long, and put them in a passing down situation and try to force them. Because if Tascosa's got 4th and 2, they're going to go pretty much anywhere on the field.
It's a big game of pace.
Yeah.
Big game of pace. Tascosa is happy to just bleed clock and go on some 8-minute drive, and you look up and suddenly you're down 10 points and there's only 3 minutes left in the game.
They'll bleed out a whole quarter on you. Yeah.
So a lot of this is going to come down, I think you're right, 1st and 2nd down for Abilene's defense. Whale of a ball game. I'm really excited about it. I don't have to tell people in Amarillo to go to this game. This will be a fantastic ball game up in the Panhandle.
Yep. 2 big games in the Panhandle at Bivens Stadium. There's a good one on Thursday, too.
There is. I like Tascosa in a close one, especially at home. That long road trip.
Yes, if this game's at Shotwell, I'm going Abilene because it's at Bivens. I think it's a pick 'em. These teams played in Lubbock, it'd be a pick 'em game.
I agree,
but I think home field advantage give me Tascosa, especially a 4-hour home field advantage.
Fantastic ball game there, Amarillo Tascosa and Abilene. What's your 4th pick, Matthew?
7 o'clock Friday night at Willie Williams Stadium in Belmead, Texas. We're going back to the Super Centex.
Going back to the home of Dave Campbell.
The Robinson Rockets at 6-1 and 2-0 in district play. Take a visit to Don Hyde's home. The La Vega Pirates 5-2, 2-0, and I think the best district in Central Texas. The district title is getting decided this week with these 2 teams. These are the 2 best teams in the district. You got Robinson and that explosive offense looking down the barrel of the La Vega Pirates. You know Don Hyde is going to have them ready to go at home. He's a defensive guru, and
he will have them coach the hell up.
And La Vega's getting healthy. You know, they were. I was at the game against Stephenville, and look, Stephenville was the better team. Clearly, Stephenville might be the best team in 4A Division 1. You know, full stop. But La Vega was beat up. They had several guys that were out, and they had several guys out for a good portion of non-district. They're getting those guys healthy. They're getting them back acclimated. I think this is a La Vega team that's starting to come together. 38-17 win over China Spring last week. And that's a decent China Spring team. La Vega, back-to-back. Last week, they beat an unbeaten Gatesville squad, 25-7. So the defense is...
It's so La Vega, too.
They're rounding into form. And I think the biggest key, we knew Courtney Parr, Jabari Thornton, La Vega could hit the big plays in the passing game. They may have found their running back last week. Tristan Tyler had 3 touchdown runs last week. And if they can consistently run the football this year with a senior quarterback in Courtney Parr, Jabari Thornton, you saw what happened last year where they had with Bryson Rowland running the football. They went all the way to the state championship game. Scary thought for Region 3 that La Vega's found their running game. Then you got Robinson. And Robinson is among the most fun teams in the state. Bryce McCurdy, if you have not watched Bryce McCurdy play, he is worth the price of admission. He is also a great baseball player, by the way. They beat Waco Conley 41-27 last week. McCurdy had 2 touchdown passes, ran for a touchdown, and then his sidekick Evan Moreno at running back had a pair of touchdown runs. I watched a good portion of this game online, and Moreno showed he's a kind of a
yes.
What's that?
She said my brother.
My brother.
Oh yeah. I didn't catch that. Yes, your brother. He hurdled a guy. He's kind of like a bowling ball running back. He also showed he's pretty athletic because he hurdled a guy. Can you hurdle a guy, VNA?
I cannot.
Okay.
Maybe stomp on one, but
stomp on Tepper.
You should see her like at the bars.
Oh, just stomp.
People are just like when homies are making a move, she's just like jumping over them.
Well, Evan Moreno was jumping over Connolly defenders last week. He's impressive. This is going to be, I think the money matchup here was when Robinson has the football. Can La Vega's defense come up with stops? I trust Don Hyde here. Look, I've been Don Hyde pilled, and I'm trusting in Don Hyde and that La Vega defense. I'm taking the Pirates.
I am taking the Pirates. I want to be very clear because Don Hyde is going to hear this and he's going to get mad at me if I don't make it clear. I'm taking the Pirates.
Okay.
And also, the 2 times that they have played high-powered explosive offenses, they got drilled by Stephenville and they got drilled by Salina. Now, those are 2 unbeaten, state-ranked
Division One
teams.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to tell you that Robinson is the same as those teams. But if you did want to poke some holes in this theory, that would be the theory.
Sure, yeah.
That said, I like La Vega, especially at home. And you're right. They are a team that's a program that they get better as the year goes on, and they're doing that thing again. And so them on a roll heading into the playoffs is a scary thought. Yeah. I will also tell you what is very funny is that I am Facebook friends with Don Hyde's wife on Facebook because she's awesome.
She is awesome.
And I saw a photo of Don Hyde, who is like gruff guy, stuff like that. He's holding his grandchild, and I was just like,
was he smiling?
Of course he was. He's holding his grandchild.
Good.
The game, it was funny. Anyway, I noticed that on Facebook, and so it's like, don't believe the facade, guys. He's a softie.
It's like, only time I've seen Gary Joseph smile was when his granddaughter was running around. I'm like, oh, there.
That's not true. You saw him smile after Jeff Joseph won a state championship.
Yes, that's true.
2 times.
Yeah.
2 times. Anyway, good pick. My 4th pick, Matthew. Let's go to the Woods.
Okay.
7:00.
Love East Texas.
Friday night at John Webb Stadium in Mount Enterprise. It is a matchup of unbeatens back to, I'm Region 3 of 2A Division 2 this week. District 11 2A Division 2.
The best district in 2A Division 2, in my opinion.
As the unbeaten Lovelady Lions visit the unbeaten Mount Enterprise Wildcats in a showdown behind the pine curtain, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
This is going to be fun, and I will take any opportunity to talk about one of my very favorite players.
Let me guess.
I'll give you 2 guesses. You only need 1.
Yeah, I believe his name starts with a K and his last name starts with an A.
Kagan Ash from Mount Enterprise. I think he is. I mean this. We do not need to take these players for granted. And he's been really good for like the last 3 years too. Kagan Ash is one of Texas high school football's most remarkable players. Okay, this guy is averaging 17 yards a carry. He was injured earlier in the year, and I think that so his numbers aren't like gobsmacking because I think they've been managing his workload.
Sure.
He still has 30 touchdowns on the year. 30 touchdowns.
Seems good.
He leads the team in tackles for loss, and leads the team in sacks, and leads the team in forced fumbles.
2A football, baby.
He's a monster out there. He's just very clearly the best player on the field. He's box office attraction. Kagan Ash is like one of my very favorite players. On the Lovelady side, we had some questions about what they were going to look like offensively. They moved Cody James from receiver to quarterback, and he has been an electric. He's been a bolt of electricity to that offense. They have been fun to watch, and he's taken over. But the secret behind Lovelady is that their defense has been really, really sound. Lane Wilson leads what has been a very good defense. They will have their hands full against Kagan Ash.
Yes.
And a District 10 or 11 2A Division 2 title hangs in the balance. I think defense travels, and I think that also Mount Enterprise's defense can be touched up a little bit. They've outscored everybody, but I think that's part of it. I think Lovelady goes to Mount Enterprise and comes home with a win. This is it's Will Kiroff at Lovelady, right? Mark's son. This is going to be a fun matchup there in the woods, and a lot of star power for a 2A Division 2 team.
Last year, I remember getting a call from a coach out in a 2A coach out in East Texas. He told me 2025 Lovelady is going to be really, really good. He's like, they got a lot of guys back, and he goes, they're young kids, really, really good. He's like, watch out for Lovelady. This it's kind of coming to pass.
Team's got some juice. Yeah. Team's got some juice all around, and if they go to Mount Enterprise and they get a win, it's time to really start paying. But look, I mean, now we just talked about 2 games in 2A Division or 2A Division 2 Region 3.
Yeah.
Like Bremond, Mount Enterprise, or Bremond, Chilton, Lovelady, Mount Enterprise.
playoffs
right
are gonna
there.
be fun.
It's going to be a really
Yeah,
fun.
it's gonna be a
They're
fun
going to be
ride.
like round 2. You're going to get some real heaters.
Yes.
There in that region.
Love it.
Anyway, that is my 4th pick. What was your 5th and final pick, Matthew?
Almost a hipster game, but not quite. I'm interested in it, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. 7 o'clock Thursday night at Rhodes Stadium in Katy, live on Texan Live. It is the Katy Cinco Ranch Cougars taking on the Katy Made Creek Rams. In this game,
Critical.
such big playoff implications in 19-6A across the board. As the district race gets into focus, Cinco Ranch, they only have 2 games left, and this is the next to last game on their schedule. They have the late bye. Mm-hmm. Cinco Ranch started out the year 0-2 in district play, or 0-2 in non-district, and then they've rattled off. And they opened up district with a loss to Katy. They've won 5 of the 6 district games, and a win here almost assures Cinco Ranch of hosting a first-round playoff game. Remarkable turnaround for Chris Dudley's ball club. Been tremendous. Made Creek. Right now, Made Creek needs this game badly because
Yeah, they do.
They could potentially likely get dragged into a 3-way tie for the final playoff spot if form holds. And Made Creek would not be on the good side of that. So Mike Arongbelow in his second year, they had a great first year. They started out the year strong. The loss to Tompkins, I think, really right now is hurting Made Creek here. They've got to win they've got to win this game. If not, I think they have to beat Katy late to try to get into the playoffs. Cinco Ranch last week takes down the aforementioned Tompkins, 35-28. Great ball game. I watched a good portion of this on Texan Live, and it was under 2 minutes left. Davis Roop, who typically gets things done with his arm, busts off a 36-yard touchdown run to lead the Cougars to the win. He had a couple of touchdown passes in the first half. He was the difference for Cinco Ranch in this win. Tompkins was fighting for their lives as well. Tompkins needed that win badly. Davis Roop breaks their hearts with a 36-yard touchdown run right up the middle to get the win for Cinco Ranch. Made Creek last week. They take down Morton Ranch 47-16, and it really wasn't this close. This game, Made Creek scores 27 points in the final 5 minutes of the second quarter.
Jeez.
To turn a 13-6 game into a 40-6 game, and it was over. Jamal Jones had 2 touchdown runs. Chad Nelson, their junior wide receiver, is fun to watch. He is lightning in the bottle. When he gets the ball in his hands, he can make things happen. I love Made Creek's athleticism and speed. They are talented and dangerous at the skill spots. This is not, like I said, this is not a must-win for Made Creek, but they really need this one. Here's the key here. If Made Creek gets dragged into a 3-way tie for 4th with Pato and Tompkins, Pato is going to win that tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. They've all played each other. We know if they all end up tied at 4-4, 4-4. If they all end up tied with a 4-4 record, Pato's going to the playoffs. Here's why that's big. Because Cinco Ranch is going to the playoffs. They've already got 5 wins. They're probably already into the playoffs.
Yeah, something would have to go really wrong for them.
Cinco Ranch and Pato make the playoffs. Katy goes Division II, which makes the Division II bracket really interesting. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of implications statewide for this football game Thursday night. A lot of eyes are going to be on this game. If you're in Houston, you want to see a meaningful football game Thursday night, get over to Rhodes Stadium and watch this one. And if you're not, pull up old Texan Live and watch it on Texan Live.
Yeah, please do.
I think Cinco's their efficiency in the passing game and the offense is a little bit too much. I like Cinco over Made Creek. I think this is going to be a close. Made Creek is going to throw. They know they have to win this football game. Made Creek's going to throw everything at Cinco Ranch. It's going to be a very exciting football game. But I like Cinco.
I like Cinco too, and I think that they come out with a couple. But I think this is close. This is like a real
desperation time. Because if Made Creek doesn't win this game, they got to beat Katy,
which they haven't lost a district game.
Yeah, we talked about Made Creek and Katy, so this is the one they need to win.
It's been a minute. I think you're right. All right, Matt Stepp. My 5th and final pick was a game that I felt confident that I would be here. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Diddle Young Field in Water Valley, Texas.
That sounds like a 6-man stadium name.
In Tom Green County.
Diddle Young
Field. Population.
I want my name to be.
It's got a capacity of 825.
Oh heck yeah! I bet it's sold out.
As the this is a huge game. As the undefeated Robert Lee Steers take on the undefeated Water Valley Wildcats in what might be a top 3 game of the year in six-man football. This is a huge, huge game. We'll talk about the game first, and we'll talk about the implications. Robert Lee has got a kid named Brenner Sherwood, who is a classic six-man dude. Okay? Leading passer, leading rusher, leader in tackles for loss, leader in sacks, leader in interceptions. Okay? He's a monster. Okay? A monster. Water Valley, this is 2 versus 6 in 1A Division 1.
Okay.
Water Valley is the number 1 scoring defense in 1A Division 1. Defense. I want you to consider this. They are 7-0, Matt Stepp.
Okay.
And I know you don't follow six-man football closely, but I know that this will impress you. They have allowed 26 points this season.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good in 11-man, 6-man. It doesn't matter.
Anywhere.
It's really good.
It's 26 points all year. Boston Weiss is the name to know. He's an outrageous talent on both sides. Okay? Here is why this game is so huge in Water Valley.
Okay.
The winner of this game is going to be the clear favorite to win their district, which is district number 7, he said confidently. 8. 1A Division 1. Thank you. 1A Division 1. The winner of this game, very clearly the favorite to win that. The winner of this game, in my opinion, becomes the favorite to win Region 2. And the winner of this game, in my opinion, is the favorite to represent the West, Region 1, Region 2, in the title game against, right now, presumably Gordon. Right? I think this is potentially legit for the straight shot to AT&T Stadium. Now, this could be the first of 2 meetings between these 2 teams.
Sure.
But this is a huge, huge, huge game. And it is unequivocally the six-man game of the week. It's one of 6 matchups of unbeatens in Texas high school football this week. At home is hard for me to pass up in a picks game. I like Water Valley to win it in a close one, but this will be a fantastic ball game between 2 elite six-man teams. So,
speaking of six-man, Gordon has their other 11-man
They do.
game. They're playing Bracketville this week.
Bracketville.
I don't think that game's getting as much attention because I think Thorndale's a better team than Bracketville.
I would agree.
And Gordon's already beaten Thorndale, so
I would agree.
But Gordon is
interesting.
Another 11-man
Very
game.
interesting.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. All right. So there's our Week 9 game draft. Stepp took Allen and Prosper, Raymondville, Rio Hondo, Frisco, Lone Star, and Frisco, Wakeland, Waco, La Vega, and Robinson, and Katy, Single Ranch, Katy, Maid Creek. I took Lake Travis and Westlake, Bremont, Chilton, Abilene, and Amarillo Tascosa, Lovelady, Mount Enterprise, and Water Valley, and Robert Lee. Still on the board, Galena Park, North Shore, and Atascocita.
Gavin's over here just
Punching air.
Just punching air right now. Yeah.
That's pretty good, I would say.
Port Arthur Memorial Lufkin.
Hitchcock, Columbus.
Yeah. Permian Midland Legacy.
Lexington, Blanco. Alito, Richland.
Yeah. Tomball, Magnolia. Cedar, Vandergrift, and Hutto.
Vandergrift and Hutto's a massive
You can
game.
watch that on Texan Live.
Pearland and Shadow Creek. Lampasas and Stephenville.
Yeah.
Mid-County Madness.
Yeah. It's a great
Permian and Legacy. It is a stupid week. Like, we could do a 10-round draft and we
Those were
wouldn't
all
get to
my
all of
picks.
them. Those are all of VNA's picks.
Yes.
It's a massive,
Tune into VNA's
week.
podcast.
DeSoto Cedar Hill.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
It's a great week in Texas high school football. Week 9 is certainly going to deliver. None of those games are eligible to be our hipster game of the week. What is your hipster game of the week?
I had to search far and wide for this one, but I'm going to go big game in 3A Division 1. The Comanche Indians taking on the Breckenridge Buckaroos in Comanche County, Indian Stadium, 7 o'clock Friday night. I think this game is straight up for the final playoff spot in 3A Division 1. It's a 16 district. I think obviously San Angelo TLC is probably your bottom of the district. So I think these two, this is for the final playoff spot. And I think it's going to be close. Two excellent coaches, Casey Pierce at Breckenridge, Joaquin Escobar there at Comanche. Comanche probably going to be going back down to Division 2. They kind of popped up to Division 1 for 2 years. They had a big senior class come through. I think this game is straight. I love these types of football games because these really will shape the playoff brackets in a couple of weeks. And when you get a game that I think is straight up for a play, this is basically a playoff game. Mm-hmm. I'm interested in it. I think it's one of those off the radar games. It's going to be consequential. Looking forward to it Friday night.
It's a great pick. My hipster game of the week, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at John Glover Stadium in Academy, Texas.
They got some great facilities there in Academy.
They do.
Their basketball arena is awesome.
The Swole Bees, the
yes.
Bumblebees of Little River Academy welcome in the Trojans of Troy in a game that is super fun for a bunch of reasons. Let's get to the first part of it. This is your Matt Stepp, Greg Tepper, cut the brakes game of the week.
All right.
Troy is averaging 40.7 points per game. Academy's given up 32.5.
Pointsy.
Academy's scoring 32.8 points per game. Troy's given up 41. This game's getting into the 40s. You heard it here first.
All right.
There will be points. There's a lot of big-time playmakers here. Troy has got a running back by the name of Jaden Lucky. Awesome. And their junior quarterback, Hunter Fryman. By the way, I think Troy's going to be really good next year.
Okay.
They are young this year. They've been very, very good. Tommy Brashear can coach them up.
Yeah, he's changed their offense. Remember they had Zach Herbacek and they were just a grinded out running football team. Then Coach Brashear's come in and they're slinging it around, throwing the ball.
Little River Academy's got a running back, Brian Grissom, who's already over 1,100 yards on the year. He's going to be the tip of the spear offensively. It'll be a fun game. Okay. Here's why it matters. Here's why you should be interested. District 11, 3A, Division 1. Okay? That's where this is. Are you ready to declare Franklin as the favorite in that district?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just put Franklin at 1.
Yeah. Congrats, Coach Fannin.
You now have 4 teams at 1-1. 2 of them here. Troy and Little River Academy. The other 2, Rockdale and McGregor. Okay? The winner of this game, I think, my take, second place in this district.
Sure. Yeah.
Who do they match up with in by district, Matthew?
12 3A Division 1.
Columbus, Hitchcock, Yoakum.
Yeah.
I am telling you, and I'm not saying finishing second place is going to be a picnic.
No, the third place team will be very tough out of 12.
But you want to finish as high as possible in District 11, 3A Division 1. Critical game here in a game that I think is going to be a fun matchup. I think I lean towards Academy at home. I think their defense has been a little bit more reliable. But this is a fun matchup with a ton on the line there in Central Texas.
Agree.
So the Swole Bees of Little River Academy taking on Troy is my hipster game of the week.
I love it.
Let's first find out what Vianney Moreno wrote down. Hi, Vianney Moreno.
What'd you write down, Vianney?
Hey guys. Okay. I wrote down a lot of things. You guys were kind of funny today.
Kind of funny.
All right.
All right. Been upgraded from not funny at all.
That man is comprised of complete energy.
Oh, Michael Troutman.
Great start. Ultimate Dudes Rock performance. That's the kind of
Kate Winters.
nerdery you get.
Oh, Cover Zero.
Cover Zero. Thank you, Cover Zero, analytics.com.
Stepp at one point said, like, come on, you got a guy named Crush.
Oh, yeah,
Crush
Crush
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah, Crush Johnson.
Oh, by the way, no. It gets better. Crush is spelled with a K.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
No. You don't mess with Crush Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
I'm sure he's a great kid.
My favorite was you, Tepper, that you said classic 6-man dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brenner Sherwood is like, you will get to know this, VNA.
At a stadium named Diddle.
Yeah, that six-man teams tend to have, like, the really best ones tend to have one guy who's just like Mr. Everything to them. Brenner Sherwood is that for Robert Lee. It'll be a fantastic game. Matt Stepp, why don't you tell the people where you're going this week?
Thursday night, I'm headed to East Texas. Going to Hawkins. Beckville and Hawkins Thursday night. It's a big game. Hawkins is kind of fighting for their playoff lives. Beckville has gotten the wheels back on.
They have.
Big win over Wascom a couple of weeks ago. They are undefeated in district, setting up a potential backyard brawl with Elysian Fields.
I have a note here from our mutual friend Conrad Barr, who says, tell Stepp he has to go to Red Rooster in Hawkins on Thursday.
All right. Well, I will. There's probably not a whole lot of restaurants in Hawkins other
Probably
than Red
not.
Rooster and Dairy Queen.
Okay.
So
that's just what
my
you said.
2 options.
Yep.
So shout out to Dairy Queen. We like Dairy Queen.
Thanks, Conrad.
Thank you, Conrad, for that suggestion. I will go to Red Rooster probably. Friday night, I'm going to the big one along with Greg Powers. Me and Grev in the house.
Classic Matt Stepp. Just brand name
Stepp. Yeah,
exactly
me,
right.
brand name Stepp.
Yeah.
I'm going to Prosper and Allen at Children's Health Stadium.
I do love like a man who contains multitudes. He's going to be at Beckville and Hawkins.
Yeah.
And then Allen and Prosper.
Different atmospheres than that.
And then, by the way, next week you and I are going to Lindsay and Santa.
Yeah,
By the way, Lindsay lost last week.
I know.
To Collinsville.
Munster took a little bit
to
out of it.
Collinsville.
That Lindsay and Santo could be a really big
Massive
game.
Anyway,
We'll talk about that next week. And then Saturday, I got an 11 a.m. kickoff.
A what?
11 a.m. kick. 17-6A, big game. Houston Stratford taking on Cy Falls. Live on Texan Live. Huge game.
Why is it an 11 a.m. kickoff?
They just decided instead of doing a 1 p.m., they're going to do 11 a.m. I guess they want to watch college football. I'm fine with it. It's fine with me.
Cool, I guess.
It gives me more time to go to El Tiempo Saturday night.
Fine. Okay.
So that's my
El where?
El Tiempo.
Donde?
El Tiempo. You'll find out when we go to coaching school in Houston in July.
Oh, I've been to El Tiempo with you.
You have.
Oh
We've
my
been.
goodness.
Yeah.
I forgot that's going to be in Houston now.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's where we'll. Here's breaking news. When we have our team dinner at coaching school, we are going to El Tiempo. El Tiempo, if you want to sponsor Tep and Step, Greg.Tepper at davecampbells.com.
This is a cell phone.
Yes.
Cool. That's great. Watch Dave Campbell's Texas Football tonight, this Friday, coming up here.
I might be on.
10:30 p.m. Maybe Matt Stepp, live from Prosper. You make sure you tune in for that. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending. Thanks to the Austin High Maroon for being our guest. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Vianney Moreno, thank you for listening to all of our nonsense. And Stepp, thanks for your courage.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you next week on Tep and Step.